All right, get this. An able-bodied 36-year-old man complained to the news media after he gets kicked off of Snap.
That's some bull.
Nelson Scott is on the verge of losing access to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. He is 38, not disabled, doesn't have any kids, doesn't go to school, and doesn't have a job. Those are just some of the reasons he is no longer eligible for SNAP benefits.
How much did SNAP help you?
It helped me a lot. I get $292 a month.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture crackdown is led by President Trump, who signed the One Big Beautiful Bill into law in July. Scott tells me as a convicted felon, getting a job isn't easy.
I will get one if y'all give me one. Y'all be felony friendly and hire us.
All right, so this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. So this man is 38. I said he was 36 before. He's 38 years old. He's got no kids. He's got no job. He's living off the dole, and he claims that he can't get a job because he's an ex-felon. All right? This is complete insanity. And when you look at basically how entitled, how spoiled, how selfish people are, and honestly, how somebody has the complete lack of shame, which would have him run to a television network to complain about being kicked off of Snap with no kids, no job, and very able-bodied, it's completely crazy. And I wish that people would stop doing this. And you have to understand this. Like, let's really break it down. And I really want to talk about how far we have sunk as a culture. And I'm going to be mean to the blacks right now. I'm going to specifically talk about black culture because you cannot tell me that there is a white person out there that would feel spoiled enough, that would feel selfish enough, that would feel entitled enough, and that would have the complete lack of shame to go on television. All right, this has gone viral, all right? So now it's all over the internet, and he's going to be publicly shamed here because it is ridiculous. So you mean to tell me that you are an able-bodied man, you are almost 40 years old, you have no kids, you have no job, and you have been living off of the taxpayers' money for God knows how long. And I bet you, honestly, even he talks about being a felon, and by the way, he uses being an ex-convict as some, way to get us to feel sorry for him because he can't get a job. I would be very curious to find out exactly what crimes he committed. Were they violent crimes? He doesn't strike me as the type to get popped for embezzlement. All right. So you don't even want to tell us what it was that you did to get thrown in jail in the first place. But now you're saying that, okay, well, I'm going to get kicked off of Snap because I couldn't get a job. And I bet you with all of the billions of dollars that have flooded into like these affirmative action, all of these things, all of these opportunities that there are to get felons and ex-convicts back to work, you can't tell me that this man has gone out there and that has exacerbated all of these resources, because I know that he hasn't. He's basically lazy. He's basically spoiled. He's basically used to living off of the American taxpayer and is likely not looking to stop anytime soon. Thank God that the Trump administration changed the rules, so he's going to have to go get a JOB.